In this video presentation, we will discuss the difference between the two kinds of purpose clause, the one with tame and the other with yoni. Both types of dependent clause express the speaker's or the topic's goal or the purpose of a certain action. Let us see what the difference between the two clauses may be, using some example sentences in the following pages. In this page, we will discuss the basic difference between the two purpose clauses. Let us compare sentences 1 and 2. The only structural difference between the two sentences is the use of the verb suru in the first sentence and dekiru in the second. When we switch the two verbs in these sentences, both sentences become ungrammatical, which is shown by a star mark in front of each sentence. The main difference between the two verbs is that suru is an active verb, while dekiru is a stated verb. Sentence 1 means, I am studying in order to study abroad next year. And sentence 2 means, I'm studying so that I will be able to study abroad next year. In the next page, we will examine more sentences, this time with another verb. In the previous page, we discussed active versus stated verbs. This page illustrates that the distinction between active and stative is not as clear with some verbs as with others. The verb naru is an example of the former type, for which the distinction can be unclear. First, compare sentences 1 and 2. In both sentences, the verb naru is accepted before tameni and yoni. Sentence 1 means, I pay attention to what I eat so that I'll be healthy. Sentence 2 means almost the same thing as sentence 1. Next, compare sentences 3 and 4. Although the same verb naru is used in both cases, sentence 3 is grammatical, but sentence 4 is not. Sentence 3 means, I plan to take this class in order to be a teacher. In order to make sentence 4 into a grammatical sentence, naru must be changed into the potential form, which is nareru, as you can see in sentence 5. Sentence 5 means, I plan to take this class so that I'll be able to be a teacher. In the next page, we will review the use of naru, and then we will examine why sentences 1 and 2 are grammatical, but not sentence 4. In the elementary Japanese class, we learned that the verb naru expresses a change of state or situation. Sentence 1 expresses the change of weather, and it means it gets very cold here in winter. Sentence 2 is a suggestion given to a certain person by saying that everyday practice will make it possible for the addressee to improve in some skill. The change in this sentence is from the unskilled state to skilled state. The third sentence conveys that the speaker will be a teacher of the school starting next month. Here, the change is from the state of not being a teacher to that of being a teacher. In the following pages, we will show that the use of naru in each of the 3 examples is different from the other 2. In the next few pages, we will show that the verb naru has different meanings. First, let us see how naru can be used with the suffix tai. Recall that the tai form is used to express the speaker's desire to do something. The tai suffix is used by joining it to the stem of verb. For instance, the stem of the verb iku is iki, and ikitai is the tai form of this verb, meaning that the speaker wants to go somewhere. Verbs that can be joined to the tai suffix are active verbs that express actions, particularly actions that the speaker has control over. This is why a potential verb may not be used with the Thai suffix. Please see sentence 2. The Thai form in that sentence consists of the stem of the potential verb ikeru and the Thai suffix. The potential verb ikeru is a stated verb, and it means to be able to go. Next, compare sentences 3, 4, and 5. Samuku naru in sentence 3, which expresses a change in weather, is not meaningful when naru is changed into the Thai form, but the next two sentences with the Thai form of naru are grammatical. This is because a person cannot have control over the weather, but a person can control the action needed to become skilled or to become a teacher, as expressed in sentences 4 and 5, respectively. Adding tsumori at the end of a sentence can also be used to test how controllable the action expressed in the sentence is. Tsumori expresses a strong intention to carry out the action expressed immediately before it. For instance, sentence 1 means, I plan on reading a Japanese book tomorrow. Because of this meaning, potential verbs such as yomeru, which means to be able to read, may not be used before tsumori, as shown in sentence 2. Of the 3 example sentences with naru, only sentence 5 is acceptable as a grammatical sentence because it is not possible to control the actions referred to in sentences 3 and 4. In the beginning of this video presentation, we saw that the verb before tameni must be an active verb and the verb before yoni a stative verb. But we also saw that the verb naru can be used for both types of purpose clause, as shown in sentences 1 and 2. We also found that naru does not always behave in the same way, as you can see in the next 3 sentences. After having examined the different meanings of the verb naru, the following conclusion can be made. Naru can be interpreted as non-controllable, somewhat controllable, or totally controllable, depending on the word being used before naru. In case of sentences 1 and 2, the reading of naru in sentence 1 is more active than it is in sentence 2. Genki ni naru means something like get better in sentence 1, while it means something like be healthy in sentence 2. Sentences 3, 4, 5 show that difference in the degree of controllability of becoming a teacher. This concludes this video presentation.